Growing up, I was exposed to the middle class lifestyle by, visiting my family, friends, and relatives' homes. And I would often play with the children who lived in these homes. They were my fam. I myself come from poverty. My parents struggled a lot with money when I was growing up. Yet I never thought of how much of an impact my experience and upbringing would shape my money story. Up until now. And while playing in their homes, I would excuse myself to use their bathroom. And when I was using their toilet, I would always notice this ceramic baby bathtub right next to me. I would stare at this thing for the longest time and think, what the fuck is that thing? I had thought for the longest time that it was literally a ceramic baby bathtub. And it's strange because I knew that my family, friends, and relatives didn't have a baby. But I just never bothered to ask. And it didn't really dawn on me until now that I realized the reason why I didn't ask was because at such a young age, I already knew the division of class between me, these children that I was playing with, and their families. And after returning from the bathroom and seeing these kids and playing with them again, I thought that as long as I didn't ask, as long as I stayed ignorant to the very thing that I actually was curious about, then maybe perhaps the other kids wouldn't know that I also didn't have a ceramic baby bathtub next to my toilet in my own home. I mean, it made sense at the time, don't ask, don't tell. But looking back, the other children probably already knew that I didn't grow up rich like them and that my parents surely didn't dress in the way that looked like they could afford a ceramic mantle in their bathroom. The bathroom itself was literally already half the size of the rented basements I grew up living in. It wasn't until I had a sudden memory of this ceramic baby bathtub, and after Googling it, I realized it was a bidet. Yeah, incredibly slow on my part. But I honestly had no idea what that thing in their bathroom was, literally up until a couple of years ago. Ever since that childhood memory, I just never thought that my family and me, especially me, would ever be in that same tax bracket as the people who could afford to say, hey, check out my bidet. And mind you, this was back in the 90s when you would have to fix an entire bidet fixture into the ground of your bathroom. It's just not one of those things that you buy as an accessory and tack onto your toilet nowadays. And also, mind you, everyone in my immediate family that grew up in poverty, they grew up. They found success in their own ways. They also have by now tacked bidets on their toilets. And then there's me. I continued to carry this belief throughout my entire adulthood. Self-imposing limitations, hesitating to achieve success, and remaining ignorant to any curiosity in attaining a lifestyle that could possibly afford something that would clean out your asshole conveniently. I thought perhaps that I was beneath it, that I was beneath all of that everyone else could attain it, everyone but me. The bidet has become a symbol in my narrative, representing more than just a bathroom fixture. It represents more than just perceived social and economic boundaries. It has become a metaphor for self-worth, deserving something because you are worthy of it, regardless of your socioeconomic status. But you see, I can afford a bidet. They go for what, $80 to $200 at Home Depot? And for some reason, I've been washing my ass in the tub for almost 2 decades. And once the realization that I could afford a bidet hit me, but I've hesitated to upgrade my entire life, that literally just speaks to volumes of my past perceptions and my current capabilities. The story of the bidet serves as a reminder of the subconscious limitations I've placed on myself. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of challenging and reevaluating limiting beliefs, allowing oneself to break free from societal expectations. And most importantly, the expectations you had for yourself, whether they were limiting or not. I'm embracing personal growth and self-worth. I haven't had an ounce of self-worth literally up until recently. I realized that I'm deserving of an upgrade, and I hadn't always believed this, and I'm pretty proud of arriving here. I realized that to have the things that I've never had, I must do the things that I've never done. And to quote good old Tony Boy, that whenever I say I can't, then I must, and that I will. Yes, I just quoted Tony Robbins. Ho ho. And that what is attainable for others is also attainable for ourselves.